It's an easy way to send money with just a click of a button, but some Zelle users are finding out the hard way that with convenience comes risk. And Two on Your Side's Kristine Lazar joins us to explain that. Kristine.
Well, you know, it's so easy. You could just take your cell phone here, put in my number, and send me money. But with,
just like that.
Just like that. But it's not always turning out to be so easy for people to actually have the money go where it needs to go. Now, Zelle is the bank's answer to Venmo, which is backed by PayPal. 100,000 people are signing up every day for this digital wallet. But is your money safe with Zelle? One wrong keystroke.
Instead of 4910, I put 4918. So my finger hit the wrong button on my cell phone.
And Andy Weiss was out $250. What did you think when you found out that that transaction wasn't protected?
I was very surprised.
You can send money safely because that's what it's for, and it's backed by the bank, so you know it's secure.
Though marketed as a safe and secure way to send money to people you know, Zelle has perhaps made things too easy. Both Andy Weiss of Orange and Brian Kem of Pasadena asked Two on Your Side for help after they both lost hundreds of dollars when their money ended up in the wrong hands, sent to the wrong person.
I said, I'm going to shut down my account if you guys don't at least give me some answers, give me my money back, or at least look into this or change the way you operate with Zelle. And they just showed me the door.
Zelle is like Venmo, which is owned by PayPal, only the banks are behind it. Big banks like Wells Fargo and Bank of America. $75 billion passed through Zelle last year. Kem used Zelle within his Bank of America phone app for the first time last year to send $300 to his mom, who is also a B of A customer. All he had to do was input her name and her telephone number and press send. But 2 days later, his mom still didn't have the cash, so Kem walked into his bank.
And they said, no, it went straight to her Chase account. To which I said, she doesn't have a Chase account, she has a Bank of America account. You know this because she's one of your customers. You have her phone number in your system.
Kem's mom has had her cell for several years, but somehow the money went to another account that was also registered with that phone number. Kem filed a claim with B of A and was told they wouldn't return his money because they initiated the transfer in accordance with his instructions.
They won't cover you if you lose your money. If you're trying to pay your rent and it goes missing, a lot of people can't afford that.
Weiss was trying to send $250 to his girlfriend Ann. He banks with Wells Fargo. Like Kem, all he had to do was input Ann's name and phone number and hit send. But as soon as he did that, he realized he had entered her number wrong by 1 digit.
I then immediately called Wells Fargo and said, hey, I've made a mistake and need to stop this transfer before it goes through.
But he was told he couldn't do that. He would have to file a claim. And like Kem, that claim was denied. Wells Fargo said the payment was processed with no error on their part.
You better be really careful when you put this data in because there's no way to take it back once you press send.
In the fine print, which is long, really long, it says once you send a payment, you will have no ability to stop it, and that neither the bank nor Zelle shall be liable for any typos or keystroke errors. John Villasenor is a cybersecurity expert at UCLA. He says there is always a trade-off between security and convenience.
Unfortunately, security is often an afterthought when there's a lot of market pressure to introduce new products to compete, for example, in the money transfer space.
Villasenor does believe Zelle will have to increase safeguards.
There's been some negative press associated with some of the vulnerabilities out there, and companies do have an interest in at the end of the day, having satisfied customers.
Now, in a statement, the parent company Early Warning says Zelle is safe and secure, and millions of Americans have used it successfully. Bank of America did agree to refund Brian's money, but Wells Fargo won't budge, and they have not refunded Andy's money. And in doing my research on Twitter, I saw a lot of complaints about Zelle. One man saying $2,200 showed up in his bank account from some woman he didn't know, and this poor girl was probably trying to send her rent money, and it ended up in his bank account, and he tried to contact Zelle to get it back to her, and he was never able to do so. He didn't even want the money. So I say send $1, the minimum amount, make sure it goes through, and then send the rest.
From there.
Yeah, but you're still also open to the second transaction not going right.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Any recommendations?
just be careful and just make sure you know the person it's going to and have that person register too, because
There
that's
you
a
go.
second safeguard, so that you're not just sending it to someone who may or may not, you know,
Right.
be in the system.
Okay, good advice. As always, thanks, Kristine.
I'm here for you.
Oh, you are. Thank you. And can Two on Your Side help you? Just email twoonyourside@cbs.com with your problem, or on social media, use the hashtag #TwoOnYourSide.